Beer activism is choosing local, organic, fresh beers from independent breweries. In 1979, President Carter repealed the law that prohibited homebrewing, and once he did that, tens of thousands of homebrewers unleashed their creative efforts in the kitchen and very quickly started businesses because their friends all wanted their beer. The term craft brewery technically means local, independent, and traditional, all of which are sustainability principles. Sustainability just means breweries that are small and local, doing organic beer. There are a lot of craft breweries are now wind-powered or using other renewable energy. The two waste products from breweries are water and spent brewing grains. And most breweries now reuse those products. They clean their wastewater and they use their spent brewing grains for other products, or they use it for livestock feed. Some of the things that I encourage people to do are brew your own at home, think globally, drink locally, and support your local brewery. This is a typical brew pub setup. As you can see, the scale of this, it's really small scale. Small is beautiful, or brutiful, as I say. This is called the mash tun. It's where the grains go in. You've got some chocolate malt, crystal malt, and pale malt. This is what gives beer its color. It goes in here, hot water showers down on it, and extracts the sweet sugars from the grains. After the grains come out of this is what's called spent brewing grains. And it's used for compost, it's used for feeding livestock. It's a great waste product that can be used for all kinds of baking goods. Then they pump it over to the brew kettle, which is where they add hops. This is what gives beer its aroma and its bitterness. Then it gets pumped over to a fermentation vessel like this, which is where the yeast collects here, and when beer is fermenting in something like this, you can tell that it's fermenting because the CO2 comes into a bucket like this where you can see bubbles coming out, and that's what gives beer its head. One of the great things that local brew pubs do is they help to reduce packaging. One way they do that is by using growlers. You can actually take a big jug to your local brew pub and fill it up with beer. You reuse the same glass jug over and over again. Some of the really easy things that people can do to lighten their footprint on the earth when they're drinking beer is bring a cloth sack to when you go shopping. Just reuse your cloth bag over and over again. Go to the bar and fill your growler so that you don't have empty bottles that you need to recycle. Brew beer at home. That completely reduces your transportation impact, and you have fresh beer in the kitchen. The thing I love about supporting craft breweries is that you can drink beer and save the world. It's a pretty simple thing, and most people don't even need to know they're doing it. The craft beer revolution was a grassroots, beer drinker-led rebellion against corporate brewing. Drink beer, save the world.
Healthy Living now has a new home where you can get fresh ideas, entertaining content, and practical tips to help you squeeze the most out of life. Lime, healthy living with a twist.